You see in my hand, this is what you would call a logbook. The title here says registration book, and it says that this book is issued in accordance with section 13 stroke 4 of the Traffic and Road Safety Act. I think they call it a book because you can literally just like fold it like a book. There is nothing booky about it, but they call it a registration book. And of course, some of you guys have never known, this is how the logbook looks when you print it out. That's how it looks. Now imagine you just bought your dream car. You've paid the money, you have the keys, you've even posted it on WhatsApp status. Congratulations. But the question is, do you actually own the car? You see, you may think that this answer is obvious, but in Uganda, many people drive cars they legally don't own. Welcome to For the Love of Cars Uganda. My name is Arthur, and every week we help you make smarter car buying decisions. Now, today, let's talk about how to know whether you are the rightful owner of your car. You see, many people think that if I have the keys, the car is mine. Not necessarily. You see, someone can hand you the keys, but if the ownership has never been transferred, the law may still recognize someone else as the owner. That's why buying a car doesn't always end when you drive away. Of course, now the question is going to be, is the car logbook in my name or the registration book? Does the logbook have your name? If not, ask why. Well, some people drive for years using previous owners' logbooks. You see, that can create problems when it's time to sell, insure, or resolve a legal dispute. If you've bought the car, transfer it, don't postpone it. But before you do that, you need to verify with URA. Never assume that paperwork is genuine. Verify the vehicle through URA. You see, this logbook has a URA logo on it. Cargo. So confirm the chassis number, and it's always in the logbook. The chassis number is in this corner here. Yeah. Confirm the chassis number. Confirm the engine number. Yeah. Registration details of the vehicle if they match the registration. Even the tire size is actually written in the logbook. The weight of the car is written here, and the number of axles the car has, the number of wheels it has, the purpose for which you have the car, and all that. Now, if the details in the logbook or registration book do not match those of the car, stop and find out why before it becomes your problem. Now, you also need to make sure that there is no outstanding interest, debt, or issues that come with the car. Some cars are still under bank financing, logbook loans, others have court disputes. And you see, times like this, then the caveat comes in. And when the logbook has caveat, it might not say in the logbook that the person is showing you when they are printing, but the transfer forms cannot actually come out. Some were bought on loan but never fully paid. Before buying, make sure that the seller has the legal right to sell the vehicle. A cheap car can become very expensive if ownership is challenged later. Like you buy a car this year, and next year a family of a deceased comes and says, our car was stolen the day our dad died. So of course now, you're going to ask yourself, who am I buying from? Is it the registered owner? Is it a licensed seller? Yeah? Is the owner abroad? Or is it someone's cousin that is selling me the car? If the seller cannot clearly prove that they have the authority to sell, be careful or don't buy at all. Now, you need to keep every document as well. You keep the registration, you keep the agreement, the sales agreement, you keep the payment records, the transfer documents, the copies of the IDs, especially of the seller, yeah, inspection reports. These documents may save you years later if ownership is ever questioned by anyone. Don't ignore red flags, yeah? If the seller is rushing you, if they refuse to provide the documents, if the names do not match, if the price seems unbelievably low, pause. A genuine seller usually has nothing to hide. Now, owning a car is more than driving it, more than just having car keys. Yeah, it's about proving that it's also legally yours. The safest purchase is not just one that has a good engine. It is one with clean paperwork. Before celebrating your new car, ask yourself, is this true? Is this mine? Is the paperwork real? Have you ever encountered problems like that? Drop us a comment in the section so that we know. Now let's just go through the logbook. Why is it like this? Because the real ownership logbook stays with you, the original one. Now this is just a PDF that you can download via your TIN number. Now the logbook here was my logbook when I owned this particular car. It was a Toyota Mark II GX90, the one that comes before Mark II Musota. No. It actually comes before the 9, it comes before the Mark II, that comes before the Mark II Musota, before the Mark II Musota. And yeah, so, and of course they say they bought this car brand new at that time. And then they tell us the body description. They tell us the color that it was in. Yeah, they even tell us the year of manufacture. So if you don't have your logbook, you need to log into your TIN, go to the URA portal, log into your TIN, go to motor vehicle profiles and download the registration book. 29th August is the Law for Cars Convention. I expect to see you there. Until next time, ciao.